And the final point I wanted to draw your attention to throughout this presentation was the limitations and future considerations I have. So clearly with this presentation, I had to have this project done by August 6th of 2018. So when I contacted the individuals, it was the end of their academic school year, so a lot of stress, they probably had other things going on. So I didn't really receive as many response emails as I would have liked, specifically from the student viewpoint. Out of the over 10 emails that I sent to student organizations and clubs throughout the universities in Ireland, I received 0 responses. So that was a little bit of a struggle because now I don't have the opportunity to look into that more. And for a future consideration, that's what I would like to do, is I would really like to look at that student perspective, email those students earlier and see how they view social justice and how they feel that they can make an impact in those areas, or what they would like to see more of within their community at the university level. So that was the big thing with the limitation, was essentially just the timing and how this was really a fast comparative analysis to understand everything, to get those interviews and to comprehend those responses with the literature, and just not receiving any responses from students. And for future considerations, I would email those students earlier and those student societies, specifically the Students' Union. I didn't really realize how valuable or important that was until we went to Ireland and began to learn about it. So looking back, that's definitely something that I would want to look at within the future, is how the Student Union is helping create awareness of and activism on social justice related issues. I also think that now that I've created a relationship with at least 5, I would say at least 5 to 6 people or communities in Ireland that surround social justice, such as professors, the Glencree Peace and Reconciliation Center, along with the Students' Union, and individuals like at Ulster University and Letterkenny, that this provides the opportunity for me to get the word out to students through them. They've been able to meet with me, talk with me, and at least be able to know what my purpose is as a Central Michigan University student, trying to figure out how their social justice practices are implicated at their university settings. And I think by creating this initial relationship, I would be able to reach out to those individuals and get more students involved, and more professionals even involved in this questionnaire, to gain a further understanding of how these institutions are talking about social justice in the classroom for this comparative analysis. And I also think that in any future analysis, the study could be more specific and focus potentially on the systems of social justice and how they're taught at the undergraduate level. So the biggest thing that I would have loved to have been able to do would have been to sit through, for example, the Glencree Young Peace Builders program that center offers. I would have loved to sit through a class at UCD or a class at any of these other institutions to see how they talk about social justice and how they're incorporating these discussions and handling these discussions and having that dialogue. That's one thing that I really wish that I could have set in on, but of course with our limited time of 2 weeks, I didn't have that opportunity, along with it being the end of the school year. But for future considerations, that's definitely something I will look into, because I'm a very visual learner, so having the opportunity to sit in, watch these items take place, that's what's going to make the impact. That's what's going to make the difference, and helping me understand where the differences are within teaching and discussing social justice at the educational level. I would also think that my last future consideration would be to look at the Students' Union. That's one thing that I really think I would like to show a comparative analysis between, like, their student union and different unions that perhaps Central Michigan University has at our own institution, and compare the two. Compare how one might be understood or respected by the government more than, at an institutional level, those student unions, and what difference they're trying to make compared to the differences that the student union is trying to make in Ireland. And those are what I think I would like to do. Those are the things I would like to do for my next time, when I can look at creating a comparative analysis between institutions in Ireland and institutions here in the United States, specifically Central Michigan. And I hope you've enjoyed this presentation. Thank you so much for listening to me and for your time. And I will hope you all have a wonderful rest of your evening or day or afternoon, at whatever point of the day it is. Thank you so much. Enjoy your night.